Hey, everyone, I'm Margaret, just your average 17-year-old trying to survive senior year in the suburbs of Chicago. But trust me, things are about to get way more complicated. Margaret, honey, have you started on those college applications yet? Grandma Eleanor's voice echoed from the kitchen, breaking my focus from the stack of brochures on my desk. Working on it, Grandma, I called back with a sigh. This is my life now. Living with my grandparents, George and Eleanor Thompson, ever since I lost my parents in a car crash when I was little. They're amazing people, really. Maybe a little too amazing, if you know what I mean. Suddenly, my phone buzzed, lighting up with my best friend Zoo's face. Hey, debate team superstar. Ready to get crushed at tomorrow's practice, she teased, her grin bright on the screen. I laughed, rolling my eyes. In your dreams, Chen. But seriously, how do you do it? Top grades, debate champ, and you make me look bad in every class. Zoe shrugged, winking. It's a gift. Don't worry, you've got other talents, like, being tall. Gee, thanks. I smirked. Just then, a text from my boyfriend, Trevor, popped up. Good luck on your Stanford app, babe. You've got this. Yo twisted in my stomach. Trevor, the school's basketball hotshot, thought I was Stanford material. If only he knew. Margaret, Mr. Jenkins is on the phone, Grandpa George called out. He wants to discuss your college options. Of course, Mr. Jenkins, our overenthusiastic guidance counselor, probably wanted to push more Ivy League brochures my way. Coming, I shouted, then muttered under my breath, to my doom. As I headed downstairs, I caught a glimpse of my grandparents whispering in the kitchen. But George, what if she doesn't get in? Grandma's voice was barely audible. We promised her parents. Don't worry, Eleanor, Grandpa reassured her. We'll make sure she succeeds. By any means necessary. I froze. By any means necessary. I tried to shake off the strange feeling that crept up my spine, but Alexis Foster's words from earlier that day replayed in my head. Better step up your game, Thompson. Those safety schools won't impress anyone. I gritted my teeth. Alexis was always trying to one-up me. Maybe she was right. Was I really cut out for this? I picked up the phone, ready to talk to Mr. Jenkins, but I couldn't shake the feeling that my life was about to get a whole lot messier. Little did I know, I was about to get tangled in a web of secrets that would turn my world upside down. Later, I walked into the school gym, transformed for the college fair. Banners from prestigious universities hung everywhere, and nervous seniors buzzed around, chatting with recruiters. I spotted Grandma Eleanor waving me over. She and Grandpa George were deep in conversation with a Yale recruiter. There she is, Grandma called out, her smile widening. Our Margaret is quite the achiever, Grandpa boasted. Valedictorian of her class, you know. I froze. Valedictorian? I wasn't even close. Oh, and she founded the debate team, Grandma added, her eyes gleaming with pride. Such a leader, our girl. My mind spun. I only joined the debate team last year. The Yale recruiter looked impressed. Quite a resume, and I understand you organize a citywide animal adoption event. I opened my mouth, stunned, but Grandpa jumped in before I could speak. Yes, hundreds of animals found homes because of her. I felt sick. The truth was, I'd volunteered at one adoption event, walking dogs for a couple of hours. Oh, and don't forget her internships and research projects. Grandma beamed. Internships. Research projects. I stammered an excuse and ducked into a quiet corner. My phone buzzed with a text from Zoe. Where are you? Zoe texted. These college folks are looking for the famous Margaret Thompson. Famous. Oh no. Later that night, I couldn't hold back. I confronted my grandparents in the living room. What were you thinking? I demanded. Those were all lies. Grandma gave me a confused look. Lies? We were just embellishing a little. Everyone does it, dear. Embellishing. I echoed, incredulous. You said I was valedictorian. Grandpa waved his hand dismissively. Details, details. We're just trying to help you get ahead. Do you have any idea how competitive it is out there? But it's wrong. It's fraud. I shot back. Grandpa's face turned stern. Listen here, young lady, we sacrificed everything to give you a good life after your parents died. Is it so wrong to want the best for you? I felt the pang of guilt, but I couldn't let it go. But this isn't right. It feels like we're building a life that's not even mine. No buts, Grandma interrupted. This is how the world works, Margaret. You need every advantage you can get. The next day at school, I pulled Zoe and Trevor aside at lunch, my stomach twisting. Guys, I need to talk to you. It's serious. I explained everything from the valedictorian lie to the made-up accomplishments. Zoe's eyes widened in shock. That's messed up, Margaret. You've got to come clean before this gets worse. Trevor shrugged. I don't know. Maybe your grandparents have a point. College admissions are cutthroat. Why not use every advantage? Are you serious? Zoe shot him a glare. It's lying. It's playing the game, Trevor argued. Everyone exaggerates on applications. Not like this, I said, feeling the pressure building. This is way beyond exaggeration. So, what are you going to do? Zoe asked gently. I don't know, I admitted, but I have a really bad feeling about this. Little did I know, things were about to get much, much worse. The lies were starting to snowball, and my life was spinning out of control. One morning, I opened the mail to find an official-looking envelope. Congratulations, you've been invited to speak at the National Youth Leadership Conference. I nearly choked on my cereal. Grandma, what is this? She beamed. Oh, isn't it wonderful? I may have mentioned your achievements to a few people. Before I could respond, my phone rang. It was the local newspaper. Miss Thompson, we'd love to do a feature on your animal shelter work. Your story is truly inspiring. I stammered through the call, making vague promises to get back to them. The moment I hung up, another call came in, a college recruiter. Margaret, we were blown away by your application. Could we schedule an interview? It was relentless. Every day brought more lies to uphold, more stories to remember. My grades started slipping as I spent more time dodging questions than studying. One day, Mr. Jenkins cornered me in the hallway, his face concerned. Margaret, I'm confused. Your actual record doesn't match all these accolades you're receiving. What's going on? I mumbled some excuse and practically ran out of the hall. Trevor caught up with me later, his brow furrowed. Margaret, what's up with you lately? You're always distracted, always making excuses. I'm just stressed about college stuff, I said weakly. He shook his head. It's more than that. I feel like I don't even know you anymore. Maybe we should take a break. I watched him walk away, straight toward Alexis Foster. A few days later, Alexis cornered me at my locker. Her smug smile said it all. I know what you've been up to, Thompson. All those fake accomplishments. I've got proof. My blood ran cold. What are you talking about? She smirked. Drop out of the running for the Mitchell Scholarship or I'll expose everything. At home, my grandparents were in full fantasy mode, chatting with neighbors. Did we tell you about our dear friend, the governor? Grandpa was saying with a smile. He's always asking for our advice. I couldn't take it anymore. I retreated to my room, tempted to just give in. What was the point of fighting? But then I saw Zoe's disappointed face when she was passed over for a leadership position in the debate club, a role she truly deserved but missed out on because of my inflated reputation. That's when I knew I couldn't keep living this lie. It was time to come clean and no matter the consequences. I spent the next week gathering every piece of evidence I needed. My real transcripts, records of my actual volunteer hours, everything. Then, I waited until my grandparents were in the kitchen, brainstorming for my Harvard interview. We'll need to step up our game, Grandma was saying. Don't worry, Grandpa replied. We could say she interned at the White House. I hit record on my phone, capturing every word. The next day, I scheduled a meeting with Mr. Jenkins and the college recruiters who'd been hounding me. My hands shook as I walked into the conference room. Thank you all for coming, I began, my voice trembling. I have a confession to make. I played the recording, showed them my real records, and explained everything. When I finished, the room fell silent. Mr. Jenkins was the first to speak. Margaret, I don't know what to say. This is a serious ethical breach. One of the recruiters nodded but then added, it is, but coming forward like this, that takes real courage. The fallout was intense. My grandparents faced social ostracism and there was talk of possible legal trouble. I couldn't bear to face them, so I moved in with Sue's family, who welcomed me with open arms. Alexis tried to expose my story, but it backfired when her own unethical behavior came to light in the process. Trevor reached out, apologetic. Margaret, I'm sorry I doubted you. Can we start over? I shook my head. I'm sorry, Trevor, but right now, I need to focus on myself. In the months that followed, I dedicated myself to rebuilding my life on genuine accomplishments. I started a support group for students dealing with ethical pressures, doubled down on my schoolwork, and even secured a real internship at an animal shelter. When graduation day came, I wasn't valedictorian, but as I stood there in my cap and gown, I felt something far better: pride in my real achievements and excitement for the next chapter. Zoe grinned at me from the audience, and I smiled back. This time, it was going to be my real story. Margaret's journey from deception to redemption raises a question for all of us. How far would you go to achieve your dreams? If you were in her shoes, would you have come clean or kept the deception alive for a shot at a prestigious college? This isn't just about college admissions, it's about the ethical choices we face every day. Is there a point where the ends justify the means, or is honesty always the best policy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever felt pressure to exaggerate or bend the truth? How did you handle it? Your insights might just help someone else wrestling with a similar dilemma. If Margaret's story resonated with you, hit that like button to help more people find it. And if you want to dive into more stories that challenge our values and make us think, consider subscribing. Integrity is one of your most valuable assets. Protect it, and don't be afraid to stand up for what's right, even when it's hard. So what would you have done in Margaret's place? Let us know in the comments.